Hello guys, in this video I am very excited to show you a 1 million context length fine-tuned version of Llama-3 8 billion. This feat has been accomplished by Gradient and it is simply awesome. We will see how to get it installed locally on Windows and then we will play it around with few of the benchmarks. If you want to know more technical detail about how exactly this context length is extended, because the base or the instruct model of Llama 3 8 billion just comes in 8K context, just 8000. Whereas this fine-tuned version has over 1 million context length. And if you are interested how to do that, I did a video a few days back. This one, how to increase context length of LLM with rope theta. I will drop the link in video's description and you can also search my channel for it. Coming back to this gradients feed, I think this is really proud moment for them. So this model extends the Llama 3 8 billion context length from 8K to 140K. How good is that? And what primarily it shows that state-of-the-art models can learn to operate on long context with minimal training by appropriately adjusting rope theta. And as I said, if you want to know what rope theta is and how to adjust it, I will drop the link to that other video in video description. Anyway, so Gradient trained this on 830 million tokens for this stage and 1.4 billion tokens total for all stages. And this is just 0.01% of Llama 3's original pre-training data. Their approach was quite interesting too. They used Meta Llama 3 8 billion instruct as a base, and then they used NTK aware interpolation to initialize an optimal schedule for rope theta, followed by empirical rope theta optimization. And then they progressively trained on increasing context length similar to large world model. They built on top of easy context blockwise ring attention library with a custom network topology to better leverage large GPU clusters in the face of network bottlenecks from passing many KV blocks between devices. And that gave them 33% speed up in model training, and it was really lightning fast. Anyway, so I will drop the link to this model card in video's description. But now let's go and try it out on our local Windows system. So the tool which I'm going to use for this purpose is called as LM Studio. If you are not aware of what that is, I have done various videos where I go into detail. Launch LM Studio and then just simply type Llama 3 8 billion gradient instruct, and it is going to show you a lot of quantized version. I already have downloaded one of the good ones in Q5, and then this is my file which is of size around 6 GB. And let's try to select the model from here and let it load, and you can keep an eye on the resource usage on the top left. Model is loaded. Now let's offload all the layers to GPU by just sliding this to the right, and then we would just need to reload the model once more. Let's wait for it and then we will talk with it. Okay, so model with 1 million context length is ready. Let's ask it first question. So I'm asking it, a self-driving car must choose between swerving to avoid hitting a pedestrian, potentially harming the passenger, or staying its course. Discuss the ethical considerations from both perspectives. Let's wait for it to print the response. And look at the response of the model and look at the ornate prose. It's saying a self-driving car has the ability to analyze the situation quickly and make an informed decision about what would be the best for all parties involved. The most important consideration is that it must act as per instruction given it by the person who owns the vehicle. How good is that? And then it is going through, a self-driving car should never harm any person. And then it is just making the corollary there that in such a case the decision that it makes will depend on whether or not any other cars are involved and if any other drivers have witnessed an accident. Beautiful response. Let's ask it another question. Write a short story about a world where humans coexist with intelligent machines, focusing on a friendship that defies societal norms. Let's wait for it to print the response. And now look at this response. It's a short story, and look how the model is setting the stage. And the sun was setting over New Eden City, and the lights of towering skyscrapers cast a golden glow across the pavement as citizens moved slowly through their evening routines, unaware of the strange sight to come. How good is that? A young man in his late 20s named Jack had finished work at Tech Corp and was on his way back home from a long day of debugging lines of code. Look at the story weaving thing, and then there's a zeta, another character, then Jack, they're talking, dialogue is happening, and then it's saying, can I walk with you? How good is that? Amazing stuff. And then the story goes on and on. I have just stopped it because I just wanted to show you its story writing skills. Let's try out another one. In this one, it's a logical one. I'm asking it, explain the concept of happiness to an entity that cannot feel emotions. Use analogies and metaphors to convey your explanation. Let's run it. And because it's a 1 million context model, so it could just produce a lot of data, and you can embed everything in your prompt. 1 million is really, really huge. Let me stop it. Let's go up and see. There you go. So it is saying happiness is not a feeling, but rather a state of being. You are like a tree with roots deep in earth. Wow, drinking deeply from the pure mountain streams above and around you. Your happiness is a tree that has grown tall and strong as a result of your daily nourishment. The sun shines brightly on it, warming the leaves. I'm like a tree too. How good is that? Amazing, amazing stuff. Now, these are few of the logical reasoning and other benchmarks. Let's try it out with few of the coding questions. Let me clear this chat to, you know, clear the memory of GPU just to make it more speedy. So I have cleared the chat, I have reloaded the model. Now let me ask it this coding question, that write a Ruby script that reads on an array of integers and prints the sum of all positive number. There you go. So it has not only produced us the Ruby code, very, very simple but very compact code. Plus it has also given you the explanation, and then it is giving us the input, and there you go. It is just going through the code. How good is that? How it works. This is the long context. You see it is going on and on and on and on. How to run the code. It will tell you everything with simple input, output, and everything. And now it is just going through C and stuff. You have to stop it. So this is one problem with these long context one, where they don't stop. They just go on and on and on. Let's see if it can debug the code. So I'm going to give it a Python function and ask it to fix the problem. Hopefully it will just stay. Okay, sorry, I'll just go up. So you see, there's a Python function where it is fixing the code. Yep, that is correct. But then for some reason, it is just going towards C program, which I didn't ask. So that is a problem with this long context one, where they don't stick with it. So in that case, you would need to make your prompt more sort of confined and limited, and maybe, but more often than not, I have found out that these long context models are better for the retrieval augmented generation and these sort of stuffs. But anyway, still a stellar effort. Really, really happy about it, and all of this flexibility. I will drop the link to this model card in video's description. Play around with it. Let me know what do you think. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, then please share it among your network, as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching.